For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 5% off your order. mmoexp.com. Yes then YouTube, the 4-2-2-2, a formation I like to call your bread and butter, but almost your bread and butter. It is an amazing formation, and because of some player instructions that I do use on it, you will see this formation definitely be a 100% meta formation to use. Check out trustdice.wing, link is down in the description below. Enjoy 8,000 plus crypto games, up to 20% cash back, fast withdrawal system, and a 24/7 live support. You do have popular games in the casino, and you also have a live casino if you do want to check it out. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. You can also use the sports section as well, whether it be the NBA, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the NFL, La Liga, anything you want. So remember to check out trustdice.win. Link is down in the description below. You can easily sign up on the Trust Dice Win website. Link is down in the description below. All you have to do is press the sign up button up here in the top right hand corner. Type in your username, which of course mine will literally just be Connor Woolf. Once you have signed up, you will get this email and you will get this notification up on your screen. A verification email has been sent to your email address. Completing verification will get you below bonuses, so you will get some bonuses for signing up. So remember to hit that verification button in your email so then you can use it. But before we get into the custom tactics, you know what to do. Drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get into the custom tactic. Now, the defensive style, there are a couple of things that you can use with this, and I would say as the patches have gone on over this year on FC24, I think there are a couple of things that you can use. The defensive style that I use though, and I always will use and probably will do for the rest of FC24, and have done really since the start of FC24 as well, is balanced on the defensive style. A balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. I just much prefer that, YouTube. I like to be in control of where and when my team presses the ball. I'm not interested at all in a drop back or a constant pressure. Press after possession loss, I think it is good only if you use it in short bursts for like a 10 or 15 minute in-game minute period, because if you use it from minute 1 right until the end of the game, your players will be absolutely drained of their stamina, so definitely stay away from that. The pressure on heavy touch, I did actually like this at quite a few stages of the game of FC24, but I have to admit now I don't really think it's a good or a viable option. I think you can use it if you want to, but again, like with the press after possession loss, if you are going to use it from minute 1, you will notice your players' staminas get drained so much. You will have to change your whole team probably at half time, if not definitely by the 60th minute. And that leaves us on the balance, the one I use. I just prefer it. It means we can press if we want to, and we can kind of drop off in a nice mid to low block if we want to at the same time. It's just what I use. I'm not going to lie to you on a custom tactics video on my YouTube. I use it, so I'm going to tell you to use it. Now, the defensive width. This is actually going to be a little bit interesting with this. I actually only take it down to 47. Yes, 47 with the defensive width. Now, I don't want to be too narrow, but at the same time, I don't want to be completely wide as well, so that then my opponent can then funnel through the middle of the pitch. It's why I found that 47 width a really good happy medium G spot, where we are a little bit closer together and a little bit more defensively solid in that middle of the pitch. But at the same time, we're also not just completely, you know, blocking the middle of the goal, and our opponent can then just use and abuse the byline meta at the same time. It's why I'm using the 47 width. I like it, and I'm conceding less goals with it. So if I'm conceding less goals with it, YouTube, guess what? I'm going to tell you to use it too. The defensive depth, YouTube. Yes, you already know at this point what it is going to be, YouTube. Yes. Now, there are two options, okay? Option number 1 is the option that I use, and the option that I think is the best option for you to use in game. That is, of course, the 71 depth. If any of you don't know what the 71 depth does, when we lose the ball, our team will automatically press and automatically offside trap up the pitch. It is very broken and very overpowered. I absolutely love it. I mean, I don't love it in terms of using it, because I do find it quite annoying. It's kind of like a bit of a game breaking meta, but you have to use it, YouTube. It is so broken and so effective that I really do just feel like you have to use it. Now, the other option is if you you are not interested in the 71 depth at all, or you are playing on old gen, I would recommend a 60 defensive depth in the 4-2-2. We do have 2 CDMs rather than 2 central midfielders, so we can afford to be a little bit more aggressive with our defensive structure, and that's why I think the 60 defensive depth does work very, very, very well on old gen, or if you are on new gen but you're not interested in the 71 depth. But for me, of course, YouTube, you know the rules by this point. It is the 71 depth. Now, the offense is build-up play. I actually do just leave it unbalanced. I will say this, though. Long ball is definitely good and a viable option. So maybe if you are struggling to create opportunities in the 4-2-2, maybe give that long ball a go and see if you like it. But for me, of course, it is going to be balanced. And that brings us nicely onto the chance creation. You know the rules by this point. Direct passing. Yeah, direct passing. I'm not going to tell you anything more than that, YouTube. It is, of course, the balance of direct passing, your absolute bread and butter combination that I use. I absolutely love it. Long ball and direct passing, though, definitely good if you are struggling to create opportunities. If you're finding yourself not scoring a lot of goals in the 4-2-2, definitely give that long ball and direct passing a go. But for me, balanced and direct passing. The offensive width, YouTube, a little bit boring, actually. I actually just leave it on 50. I really like where my left-sided cam and my right-sided cam are in the preset 4-2-2. I don't really feel the need to change that, especially with a few playing instructions that I do have on the 4-2-2. I don't really feel it necessary to change it, so that's why I do just leave it on the 50 offensive width. I like where the left-sided cam and the right-sided cam are. I like where the 2 strikers are. I like where my 2 CDMs are. I just like the layout of the formation anyway, so that's why I leave it on the 50 offensive width. Players in the box, though, if any of you have watched the Connor Woolf custom tactics video, you already know what it is going to be by this point. Yes, it is of course 7. The more players that we have in the box, YouTube, the more likely we are to score a goal, the more likely a shot is to fall back to one of our players for a rebound and stuff like that. It's the way I look at it, very, very, very simply, and that is why I have 7 players in the box. If you do struggle defensively, though, maybe lower it down from 7 to 6 or 6 to even 5 maybe, but I like to play an attacking style of FIFA, YouTube. It's what I'm all about. So 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, both my strikers, YouTube, are actually on exactly the same thing. So there's a key thing in the 4-2-2 actually before we do get into this. The 4-2-2 is an amazing formation, but there is one key fundamental flaw in it, and it is this big gap here between our 2 CDMs and our 2 strikers. So we need to try and close that gap off as much as we can. So there are a couple of things you can do to close that gap off, which I do use with my player instructions in the 4-2-2, which really does help us out in the attacking side and defensive side of the game as well. So first of all, both my strikers, my left-sided striker and my right-sided striker, are on exactly the same thing. So stay central, get in behind, and then this one here is the key point. Come back on defense, and you'll see my right-sided striker on exactly the same thing as well. So stay central, get in behind, and come back on defense. The stay central and getting behind are pretty self-explanatory. I want both of my strikers to stay in them central areas of the pitch, kind of don't really venture out wide. I don't really need that because we've got a left-sided cam and a right-sided cam. I don't really feel it's necessary in the 4-2-2 to do that. The getting behind as well, very self-explanatory. I want both of my strikers to make them penetrating runs in behind to give us more of an attacking outlet. The comeback on defense, though, YouTube, is the key aspect in the 4-2-2. Yes, the comeback on defense. Remember, I was talking a minute ago about this big gap here between our 2 CDMs and our 2 strikers. The comeback on defense just closes that gap off nicely. So when our 2 CDMs get the ball, our strikers aren't all the way running forward and stuff like that. They are a little bit closer together, giving us more passing lanes and more passing options on. And it does also make us more defensively solid as well. So it's kind of an attacking move and a defensive move at the same time. My right-sided cam is on very basic player instructions. So come back on defense just to make us more defensively solid in the 4-2-2 and get into the box for cross. Remember, I like to play a very attack-minded style of FIFA. So I want both my left-sided cam and my right-sided cam and as many players as we can really to get into the box for cross to give us more opportunities and more of a chance to score goals. So our right-sided cam will stay on that right-hand side. And then our left-sided cam, if any of you have seen my 4-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1 video by myself recently, you will know what my left-sided cam is going to be on. So come back on defence first of all, just making us more defensively solid, really very simple. Get into the box for cross. Again, the more players that we have in the box, the more likely we are to score a goal. It's very simple when you break it down like that. And this is the game changer, YouTube. I've been using this a lot in the 4-2-2 and it is an absolute game changer. Having your left-sided cam, or at least one of your sided cams, whether it be your left-sided cam or your right-sided cam, on free roam is an absolute game changer. If you actually read what the free roam does, take a free roll and roam into space to provide a passing option. It is so key, YouTube, that our left-sided cam will drift inwards into that number 10 position and again close that big gap off between our two CDMs and our two strikers. It is an amazing player instruction that I've been using for a few months now. It really does help with the attacking side of the game, should I say, because of our left-sided cam being the cam that is on free roam and kind of drifting inwards a lot. I then play with my left-sided CDM on stay back while attacking and cover centre, because our left-sided CDM doesn't need to get forward at all because he will just be taking up the exact same position that our left-sided cam will be taking up. So it kind of just is very counterproductive. So our left-sided CDM is on stay back while attacking and cover centre. Think of that player like a traditional number 6. An out-and-out CDM just to get the ball and give it to the better attack-minded players. The right-sided CDM, though, does have a little bit more license to get forward because, of course, our right-sided cam will be holding the width on that right-hand side. So our right-sided CDM can get forward a little bit and push forward and help out in the attacking side of the game. So because of that, the only player instruction you are going to want to have on your right-sided CDM is balanced attack and cover centre. So our right-sided CDM will venture forward a little bit and help out in the attacking side of the game. Because our right-sided cam is holding and providing that width on the right-hand side, I play with my right back, YouTube, on stay back while attacking. I kind of don't really need my right back to be bombing on. Think of this player like an Ezri Konsa for Aston Villa. Konsa won't get forward a lot, although he did actually score against Wolves at the weekend. But that fullback will kind of play as like an inverted fullback in terms of like basically making it a back 3. Both the centre backs, completely default settings, YouTube. Stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, and stick to position. I am not interested at all in my centre backs doing anything else. And then this is the key thing here, YouTube. My left back is then on join the attack and overlap, because remember, my left-sided cam will be drifting inwards because he is on free roam. Not all the time. Sometimes he will hold the width a little bit. But as our left-sided cam drifts inwards on that left-hand side, I do want width from that left-hand side from my overlapping fullback. Again, very similar to an Unai Emery's Aston Villa team. Our left back will be the one bombing on a lot, and kind of like the left-sided number 10 will drift inwards, providing us the opportunity for our left back to bomb on the overlap. Last but not least, my goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper, and I'm now going to show you a lot of gameplay clips with me using the 4-2-2. I hope you stick around and enjoy it. Beautiful, and that's what I'm talking about. The left-sided cam drifting inwards for the overlapping fullback, and there's R9. Oh, what a block. But that's a perfect example of the 4-2-2 right there, really. Right-sided CDM venturing forward. Beautiful. And that's what I mean. Because the right-sided cam is holding the width on that right-hand side, you are going to want to have your right-sided CDM venturing forward quite a lot, because they're not covering the same opportunities. The left-sided CDM is providing us a nice bit of width, nice bit of like defensive solidity on that left-hand side. So our right-sided CDM giving us the opportunity to venture forward. Love it. Beautiful. The 71 depth. Winning the ball nice and high up the pitch. And that's why I love the 71 depth, YouTube. We really do get the opportunity to win the ball nice and high up the pitch. Beautiful. And that's what I'm talking about. Having both of your strikers on stay central and getting behind, giving us that opportunity for them to be making penetrating runs in behind. And it does create a perfect goal scoring opportunity for the sweaty ball across. And of course, R9, he ain't missing that. Beautiful again. The striker stays central and getting behind. I'm telling you, it's such a key aspect in the 4-2-2. Having both of your strikers able to make them penetrating runs in behind just gives you so many easy goal scoring opportunities, believe you me. Beautiful. You see here the left-sided cam drifting inwards and then giving us the opportunity for the overlap from the left back. Such a key aspect. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is, honestly, that is the 4-2-2 and how I like to use it in a nutshell. The left-sided cam drifting inwards, giving the opportunity for the left back to overlap. The right-sided Cam also slightly drifting inwards because he's on getting to the box for cross, and then providing a lovely ball into the two strikers, who of course are always going to finish that. That right there, YouTube, is my brand new updated 4-2-2 custom tactics for you. A bit of a longer style video with a lot more in-depth gameplay clips. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you prefer the longer style videos like this? Let me know. Thank you for watching. Remember, YouTube, you know the rules. Drop this video a like for me. Drop a comment down below. And if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, YouTube, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive male attitude. Peace out. One love.